beautiful being. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective runestone reading. These runestones are blue quartz. They're very calming in their energy frequencies and also help to connect you with your intuitive energy or your intuitive gifts. So I'm really excited about these stones. They're relatively new for me and I wanted to offer a collective reading so we could all play with these stones and enjoy their frequencies. So this stone is at the top of the reading. This is a collective reading. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you watch this or land on this and it resonates with you, this is for you. So this beautiful, these angel wings, these are selenite angel wings, and they clear and charge whatever stone is in them. So I'm really excited about this piece too. So this stone is at the top of the reading. And this is a stone that symbolizes growth and rebirth. It's one of the cycle runes. So it is, this is what we've been in, this is what we've been feeling, what we've been, this is the message, main message of the reading, is they're speaking to this growth that we've all been going through, that we've all been experiencing and processing. So I would just read a little bit out of the book. And so this book that I'm reading from, I've had for a very long time, is The Book of Runes by Blum. Or Blum, I'm not sure. So another of the cycle runes, this is called Berkana, and it looks like a D. So Berkana, B-E-R-K-A-N-A. Another of the cycle runes, Berkana denotes a form of fertility that fosters growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family matters, one's relationship to oneself, or to the divine. A rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Berkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. Its action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive. What is called for here is going into things deeply, with care and awareness. First, disperse resistance, then accomplish this work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled, your motives correct. Any dark corners should be cleansed, and this must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. Modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity are called for here. Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. So this is what we're in right now, is this growth that requires a releasing of resistance, and I think we've all been experiencing that. In each one of these runes that came out representing our recent past, our present, and our upcoming future, they're all kind of saying the same thing. These two in particular are also talking about having patience and steadfastness and not expecting changes to happen quickly. And I think that's true on a personal level as well as a world and collective level, that I think we all want changes to happen quickly. And I don't think that they're going to happen quickly in the big picture, but not to us here on the ground, so to speak. So the next card, not the next card, sorry, I'm so used to reading the cards. The next rune, I'm looking for it in here because I had it marked, is called, I'm probably not saying it right, but Ehwaz, E-H-W-A-Z, Ehwaz. It looks like an M, if you can see that. So it actually does stand for movement, progress, or a horse. So this is about movement and transition and physical shifts, even new dwelling places, new attitudes, new life. So this is the recent past, and that through this growth process that here at the top that we're all going through, recently we have been in this movement in this really cycle of change, and I think so many of us have been experiencing that. But the great thing is we are starting to move forward out of that, and we're starting to reach a place through those shifts that we've been making. And it seems like, we are in this place where we're having to do this really deep work, this really deep shadow work in a way, really working on the things that no longer serve us, and really facing ourselves and the truth of what's holding us back, because we do want to move forward. So this is what we've been kind of going through, is this movement, and moving into the present moment now, which this one is called Sowelu. It actually looks like they're a little bit, not exactly the same, but a little bit like a Reiki symbol. But this is called Sowelu, and it stands for wholeness, life forces, and the sun's energy. There's a really good meditation in here for bringing in the sun's energy, and I think this is a really important rune right now, speaking to the present moment for all of us, is to really focus on coming back into wholeness, because we've moved through, like I was saying, we've had this movement, we've moved through these intense changes and brought us into this new life kind of feeling. And now it's time for us, now that we have this sense, a little bit of a sense of stability, we can work on building back our wholeness and our life force energy, so that we can move into what is next here, which is really positive outcomes. But again, this is positive outcomes over a long period of time. Let me get you the rune name for that one. That is called Jera. So this is the near future rune, Jera. And its keywords are harvest, fertile season, in 1 year. And the reason 1 year in there is because it is about perseverance, again, like the top rune here, about persevering and really being with it, and really enjoying the work as you go through it, and knowing that the harvest is coming, and that it'll be worth it. And in this time that we're building towards the harvest, we focus on our wholeness. We focus on our life force energy, and building that up, and bringing in the sun's energy and the sun's codes. There's so many codes coming to the planet right now, especially, and as we're moving still through the power of the Syrian energies, and as we're moving into the Lion's Gate. And even if you're listening to this video at a different time, those energies are present right now in this video. We are in some powerful transformational energy and receiving a lot of codes from the sun. So really allow yourself to take some time out in the sun, and take some time for your wholeness, whatever is required for that. And I'm going to read to you what this prayer from this book, it says, at the same time, so we're talking about the present moment one there. At the same time, for some, this rune counsels opening yourself up, letting the light into a part of your life that has been secret or shut away. To accomplish this may call for profound recognitions, for admitting to yourself something that you have long denied. There's a prayer known as the Gayatri that embodies the spirit of Sowelu, which this is Sowelu. I'll have you look at it again closer. Address the sun in this fashion. You, who are the source of all power, whose rays illuminate the whole world, illuminate also my heart, so that it too can do your work. While reciting this, visualize the sun's rays streaming forth into the world, entering your own heart, and then streaming out from your heart center back into the world. This is a powerful and life-enhancing prayer. Again, there's caution here not to give yourself airs. Even in a time of bountiful energy, you are required to face and vanquish your refusal to let right action flow through you. Nourish this capacity, for it is a mark of true humility. Practice the art of doing without doing. Aim yourself truly, and then maintain your aim without manipulative effort. For by your own power we do nothing. For by our own power we do nothing. Even in loving, it is love that loves through us. This way of thinking and being integrates new energies and permits you to flow into wholeness, which is the ultimate goal of the spiritual warrior. So I think that's such a beautiful message, and that is how we'll move into this place of harvest, of positive outcomes, of creating the life that we are dreaming of, that we have been manifesting now for, since probably 2012 technically, but significantly since we started all of these Age of Aquarius astrological timelines and portals. So, this dream that you're manifesting and that we are collectively manifesting, it's coming. We have to have patience and endurance, and we have to do the work. I'm going to draw some cards from the Starseed Oracle deck, just for more information about this growth that we're in and everything that was just presented in the runes. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So this is about, a lot about what the runes are talking about choosing your path, about doing the work. Don't just, not just floating along with, oh, whatever, this is my karma and this is what happened to my family and to their parents and my parents' parents, and or this is just the way it's done. This is the way it's always been done in the world. So it's not about that. It's about creating your destiny, not falling into a groove that's so easy to fall into. So, and we're all here to do that. Those of you who are listening collectively to this, I know if you're here, you're a starseed, you're a light worker, you are someone who is holding light on this planet and helping to create change just by being who you are. So remembering who you are and remembering that you have a destiny, and you're not just here. For some of you, the destiny, it doesn't have to look grand or anything. I'm not saying that. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It's just that your heart and soul fulfilled, not just going along with status quo, but really honoring your truth and what brings you happiness. And that is the growth path that we're on right now. That's the movement. We've been moving into this rune here is speaking about this movement, this change we've been making, at least for a good year and a half. And now we're moving into a place of creating that wholeness, still building towards, two just fell on the floor. Still building towards that ultimate place. But portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. So yeah, along with this card, building into our wholeness, this is a portal, deeper into ourselves, deeper into our awareness of who we are and our mission, our purpose, our alignment, our greatest joy, really. So this is our portal. We are moving into that through our wholeness. Our wholeness is what brings us through this portal. Loving ourselves fully, honoring who we are and what we want, even if it doesn't go along with the status quo, even if it's not, something that you yourself even would have approved of several years ago, but now it just feels like the right way to go. So whatever it is, honoring that. And then here we have, again, it went to the floor. Earthed, learning how to be human in a world, living in the world but not of it. Wow, that's great. And so that's where we're going. That is what we're building. And I also feel with learning how to be human, I feel like that also means allowing yourself to feel things deeply and being okay with that and making mistakes. It's really, I feel with these runes too, what they're speaking to, it's really about owning up to the things we need to own up to and loving ourselves and accepting ourselves, radical surrender, radical acceptance. So this card, I think, is learn to be human, that, it's okay, but live in the world but not of it, meaning, so you have that moment where you're like, oh, I'm so angry. I'm going to let myself be angry because I'm human and I have to feel this. But I'm not going to stay in that. I'm also a divine being. I'm also aligned with love. I also want to be free. And if I hang on to things, I'm not free. And so that is being when you are letting go of being in the world, or I'm sorry, whichever the saying goes, that's when you're letting go more. And you're saying, okay, I've had my moment to be angry. I've honored the fact that I'm human. And now I'm going to honor that I can let that go. And I can release that. Now I can alchemize that with true divine love. And I can see things from a higher perspective, and I can act from a higher perspective, and I can be centered in my heart. This is what we're building. This is what we're building as we move into 5D consciousness. This is part of unity consciousness, is knowing how to be human and knowing how to be divine and knowing how to integrate the two, the ego mind and the spiritual mind, or the higher self, the higher mind. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Earth𓂀, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So that was brought up in one of the rune stones too, is that it might be time to reach out and learn some new things, even if they're just little classes, something fun that you're interested in that you think will help promote your soul growth. There's no shame. I mean, we all want to do things ourselves and completely on our own and independently, and we do, but we still need each other's help and assistance, and we do all specialize in different things and have unique gifts for a reason, so that we can all contribute and experience community. And this will actually also lead us into this unity consciousness, that we exist better as a group than as islands all by ourselves. Not that we can't have alone time, not that we can't be, some people are very introverted. It's not about that. It's a consciousness. It's a way of being in the world. It's a way of treating other people. It's a way of treating yourself. And so this card to me also is a reminder that, we are here learning. And again, with that rune, that's the top of the reading, is, with this reminder that we are in growth and rebirth, and we are here to do that. And we are in very intense times, that age of Aquarius, right on the birthing of it. So it is all about growth. It's all about growth and rebirth. And that's what we're in. But we are in the wholeness place, and we're moving through this portal. And so remember, to move through that portal is to find your wholeness, whatever that is. Taking time for yourself to make sure that you're doing this, because it is so crucial, especially if you're on a spiritual path. Remembering that you're human, don't expect to be anything else, and know that positive outcomes are on the way. That's what these runes are saying. That's what these cards are saying. I'm also going to draw a card from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light deck, which is so similar to the energies of the Starseed Oracle, but slightly different messages. I feel like there might be something that wants to come from here. Maybe not. I'm feeling called back to that Starseed deck again. I think there's more from that right now. Okay, let's look back at the Starseed deck again. Any more messages for this collective runestone reading? Growth and rebirth. Wholeness, movement, progress, positive outcomes. Any more cards for this reading today? One more card. Yeah, that's what I thought. Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So for a lot of you, you feel like you're going through some really hard times. Or maybe you're just looking out at the climate of the world and wondering if we're going to survive this. But this card is a reminder, as a final message in this reading today, that we will survive this, and we are on our destined path. We are moving through this portal, through wholeness, and we are here to live this higher-minded life, this life where we know how to co-create with spirit, where we live in more unity consciousness, and when we can experience being human and divine in a much more integrated and harmonious way. So we will survive this. You will survive this. Inner Earth, for those of you who are familiar and resonate with this, that it makes sense that this card will come out at the end of this runestone reading, because I feel like runestones are so connected to ancient Earth, which would also be connected to inner Earth. So these messages feel really star-oriented and deeply ancient Earth-oriented today, and I'm in gratitude for those of you who are here listening, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you received something beautiful from this today and some beautiful frequencies. If you would like to receive a personal reading from me, I do offer them through my website services page. I also offer light language transmissions and courses and workshops and other good things on there it's angelicearthresonance.com. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it. It helps spread it to other people who might resonate with it. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, that is. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I really feel you, and I love you, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you all who are listening, all who have received, all who have been here. Thank you. All my love and blessings. Blessed be.